Hello and good morning, and welcome to Soul Soup this morning. I'm Dr. Janette Freeman, and we're going to dish up a little soup for your soul and warmth for your heart this morning. Some short teachings and a process using the I Am source code teachings. So welcome. This is class number two on the series, the spiritual and energetic approach to manifesting. The spiritual and energetic approach to manifesting. So in manifesting from the higher self, we'll take the inside out approach to manifesting, to access in the inner what we would like to see in the outer. In other words, we access in the inner energetically, spiritually, in thought, in deep connection with the higher self, in alignment with these higher frequencies, these higher ideas, so that it manifests in its perfect right ways in the physical. So we will be looking at that. And today, as a part of class 2, our theme is love and connection. Last week, we talked about the spiritual and energetic approach to manifesting resources and support. In other words, money and supply and support in the physical life. And today, we're looking at manifesting love and connection. So for you, that might mean a deeper, loving relationship. That might mean more love and connection manifested in your work, in your family, in your children, in your work relationships, or in relationships in general. So we're talking about relationships and manifesting greater love and connection in relationship with others in our lives. We all have relationships, and we all want to be able to experience deeper, richer, more satisfying relationships, I would guess. So that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned and settle in, because Soul Soup podcast and Soul Soup classes and broadcasting is really here to help you have an experience, a process, a meditation. So settle in. So we're looking at manifesting and invited to look at manifesting from the inside out approach. Manifesting starts at the level of desire. You want something. You want a new experience. It starts at desire, which is at the level of thought. We're so used to thinking of manifesting, or as our world of effect, as starting there and rearranging, the players in our life. And this one's not very loving, so let's get rid of this one. And this one's, it really irritates me, and let's get rid of this one. And rearranging people and manipulating and everything to try to get what we want in relationships. Does that sound familiar? And so what I invite you to consider today is, who must I be in order to experience in the world of the outer more love and connection? So manifesting starts at the level of thought, at the level of desire, at the level of the internal world. So we are approaching this from the inner world as well. What must I do in the inner world in order to access love and connection in my inner life, my spiritual life, in order to experience it in my physical life? So there's a lot of the problems that we have in our regular lives is we look to others, like I mentioned before, for love and connection. It seems reasonable. They look like they're the cause of our love. But in the I Am source code teachings, the whole context of it is to learn to connect that we are a part of our higher self, a part of the divine, a part of God, a part of our spiritual life. That we access our connection and our remembrance of the spiritual life through our internal line. And I talk about this vertical line that goes up and down. We could say it aligns with our chakra, our energy system. And that when we train ourselves to go to the vertical line, in other words, I look up to the source of my supply. I look up to the source of my love. I look up primarily for the source of connection. In other words, I say I'm looking up as a way of saying I look within as well. I'm looking to my higher self, my I am nature, my I am presence for that which I desire. So in horizontal awareness, which is our regular waking earthly awareness, we're focused horizontally, right? We're looking outside. We look to people, we look to places, we look to resources to receive, to get, to do. So our habituated thought of attention is looking externally. The challenge with that is we're constantly triggered when that which we're looking for, that person, for example, that we're looking for to feel love and connection, when they don't do what we think that they need to do in order for us to feel love and connection, then we're triggered, we're upset, we're sad, we're lonely. And so we are training ourselves to go inside, to go to our I am nature, to identify with our I am qualities. I am love. I am peace. I am abundantly blessed. I am that. We're training ourselves to be that, to go to the higher self for everything first, to be able to experience it in the outer. So it reminds me of a client that I had that her husband was always making her mad. He never gave her the attention that she thought she should have. He ignored her. He didn't show up when he said he would. She didn't feel very special. She didn't feel very important. So in our work together, we worked with her to access the love that she was looking for from him, to access it in her own line, to access it in her own center, to access it from her higher self first. And although it didn't happen overnight, as she developed and learned to be able to access the love within her, she was able to do that. She was able to manifest a better relationship. It wasn't that she demanded her husband treat her better, because she was connected, because she was treating herself better, because she was grounded. She wasn't over there needy, looking for it from him. Then his movement towards her was a natural reflection of what she had already done inside the inner. I've also worked with people that are lonely and don't have a relationship and want a relationship. When we want a relationship, we're constantly coming from need. I don't have it. I don't have it. Or the ones that we have aren't treating us good. Again, another sign. Build in the inner what we want in the outer. And so when working with people that want a relationship, one particular woman that I'm thinking of, it required really having her fall in love with her own higher self and accessing the love in her own higher self and accessing the deep loving connection in her own higher self, really to the degree that she didn't need an outside relationship at all. That she was able to access that in her own line. Now, when she was able to access that consistently in her own line, in other words, her own higher self began to live through her, it was filled up. She was radiant. She was glowing. She was attractive. In other words, she was attracting attention, love, and connection. I'm happy to say that she is experiencing a new relationship. It's new, but experiencing a new relationship and really learning to stay in her line, because it's a new habit. Stay in your line. Quit being so needy, looking outside of yourself to have those inner needs filled. It's so important. So in today's process, we're going to do that. We're going to work with our own line, going into our own breath, our own meditation, our own connection to our own higher self. We're going to work with your own higher self to access the love and connection that is there for you. Also going to work with your body's intelligence to access the intelligence in your body to be connected. And then also to work with your angelic guides and team and ask them for their support and help in helping you stay connected to accessing love and connection. So would that be all right? Wonderful. So why don't you settle in as we prepare for our process today. That's right. So we're going to get online. And we do that first by just taking a deep and present breath right at the nose. Bringing all of your beautiful attention right there to your nose, feeling the breath coming in and out, in and out. Saying I on the in-breath, am on the out-breath. I am. I am. I am. That's right. Finding that rhythm and settling in. And then becoming aware of the vertical movement of your breath, the vertical movement of your I ams. In other words, as you're breathing in, I imagine moving up your line, I up and down. Imagine a golden river of light flowing vertically right down in front of you, right in front of your spine, inside of you. This beautiful river of light coming from high above the head, moving down the front of the spine, moving out the base of the spine, and moving down deep into the earth. Imagine this golden river of light is moving vertically up and down, the energy in it. That it is your essence, it is coated with your divine wisdom, intelligence. It is your highway, your lifeline to your center, to your higher self. I on the in-breath, breathing up. Am on the out-breath, breathing down. And just allowing and trusting your own self to find a gentle rhythm right in the center of you. Not worrying too much about the details, but just finding that rhythm. I am. That's right. With every breath, relaxing even more. Imagining this beautiful golden river right in the center of you. Continuing to bring all of your awareness right into your center line. Relaxed. And as I speak in first person, just contemplate these words for yourself. So at the level of my own higher self, I call upon my I Am presence, and I call upon the Ascended Masters to clear the way for me to experience greater love and connection. Beloved I Am presence, anchor your divine love in me and make me so aware of your loving presence so that I truly know I am loved. At the level of the higher self, I invoke and call upon my mighty I Am presence and the Ascended Masters in me and through me and around me, and ask to clear the way that I might experience greater love and connection. Anchor the divine love in me and make me so aware of that loving presence. I am loved. And as you're aware of that beautiful river of light, just allowing the holy I Am presence to pour forth its divine love right in your river. With every breath, breathing in and anchoring this divine love right within you now. With every breath, breathing in this divine love which is coming from your own higher presence, your own divine presence. And now let us ask our guides, our team, to assist us. I ask all of those on my team, my spiritual guides, right now to connect to your own higher selves and make your connection so strong. And connect to your own higher self. And I ask my team to clear any blocks that you now have or have ever had in experiencing loving, healthy relationships. Team, I ask you to clear everything on your side, clear it all so that you can model the right energy and be of assistance to me now. Anchor even deeper in you and me the energetic signature of love and connection. That's right, and just notice and feel as your own guides clear that in themselves so that they can model that beautiful energy to you. And I ask that the team surround me in light right now and model that energy of divine love and connection. At the level of the higher self, I ask my own body to connect its own higher self and clear away any past programs, contracts, fears, insecurities, or shame. And align with the higher self, its deep love, connection, and ability to receive loving relationship in form. Just allowing all old energy out of the body to just dissolve. That's right. Dissolve fears, insecurities, old past programs, old contracts and cords, and shame. Releasing all past shame, allowing all of this to drain out of you. Anything that would block love in the cells of your body. Perhaps you'll feel that just as peace. Perhaps you'll feel it with some action in the body. Just allowing that energy to drain right out of the body, down the feet, right into the earth to be dissolved as steam, returning to the light. That's right. Now I ask my team, ask my body, the level of the higher self, to access the energy of love and connection. And download new reference points for love and connection, new ways of being in love and connection in the world. Ask my own higher self and team and angels, ascended masters to download new reference points, new ways of being in the experience of love in relationship. Train me in a new way. The level of the higher self, inviting the higher self to download new reference points and blueprints for loving relationships. Teaching me to do them in a new way. Inviting at the level of the higher self, accessing divine love. And I ask the higher self to so fully pour forth divine love right down my line, right down into the center of me. Pour forth this divine love and make it so real that I cannot deny it and that I feel it. That's right. And feel what it feels like to have this divine love right in your essence, right in your line, right there as you breathe in your line, breathing in this light, breathing in divine love, filling your cup to overflowing with divine love. The level of the higher self, I call upon my own I am presence to anchor your love and connection and intimacy in me, that I know that we are one. Expand your energy of love into every cell of my body and awareness. Really allowing yourself to feel this energy of love and connection with every breath. With every breath, it's like expanding and blowing oxygen on a fire, to have that fire expand with every breath, feeling the expansion of divine love right in your heart, burning away all resistance. Learning to access divine love right here in your line, seeing it as light, seeing it as love, feeling it. It is coming from the higher self, and I know each one of you as you rest, it's not you doing it with the mind. It is your own higher self, your own divine love, which is right within you, is fully available every time you ask. It responds to your asking. I am love. Mighty I am presence, I invoke your divine love to pour forth in my line, in me, so that it becomes a palpable experience in my body, in my heart, in my awareness. That's right. At the level of the higher self, I right now call upon you, my own I am presence, and invite you to bring in the perfect person or persons into my life that are perfect for me, for my spiritual evolution, for my love and connection, or to deepen the relationships that I already have, that I may be a reflection of peaceful and satisfied, loving presence. The level of the higher self, I call upon you, my own I am presence, to bring into my life expressions and opportunities for deeper love, connection, and intimacy. Bring this to me by your power. At the level of the higher self, I ask my body and team's higher self to bring this experience into our life in perfect right timing. Anchor in me so deeply that I may know without a shadow of a doubt that I am divine love. I am love. I am deserving. I am worthy. I know how to access love in my own line, and I know how to bring it in and experience it in the outer as well. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am authentically grounded in who I truly am. I am grateful that it is the higher self that is doing this work. It is this mighty I am presence that is doing this work, that is doing this thing. And I am so very grateful to know that and to experience that right now. I am so grateful for this love that pours in my line. I am remembering and knowing that the love that I seek is right here within me. That I don't look outside of myself to get. I look within myself to receive. And I express it in the outer world. I express it in love, connection, giving, receiving, being a participant in life. So grateful that I can trust moment to moment, life unfolding in greater love and intimacy and connection. I can trust that. I'm so grateful. Just connecting to the I am line through every deep breath, bringing that all in and anchoring it in your body right now as you feel the ground underneath your feet. As you're aware of this internal I am line, your own divine line. Aware of the love fully flowing in your line. And aware with deep gratitude that it is the presence that is doing it now. I am the presence doing this now. Good. So taking a deep breath, breathing right into your line, anchoring in that love. And as you're ready, start to come back to this space, to the room that you're in, to opening your eyes or being here. That's right. So we just want to remember as we end this program and end this class that it's then daily life where our other practice begins. To remember we're not trying to get love outside, that we are expressing the love that we already have in our daily life, in our work, with our families, in our relationships. That every time we get out of our line and we notice we're suffering in some way, mentally or emotionally, we can know that we've gotten out of our line. We're looking into someone else's line. We're looking for someone else to give something to us, or worried or bothered by something else. And that's a signal to come back to your present breath of now, to come into your line with a simple breath of I am here. So this week, your practice is to stay connected to your line and to affirm love and connection, and notice it all around you, manifesting for you, and see it. And every time you see a greater experience of love and connection, whatever it looks like, honor that. Thank the presence for manifesting love and connection in your life right now. And know that the more you practice it, the more you will manifest it in perfect, right ways. Thank you and namaste. So thank you so much. So if you want more information on the I Am source code teachings, you can check out my 10-day course on Insight Timer. Just look up Dr. Janette Freeman on Insight Timer and you'll see my course. It's entitled The Power of I Am to Manifest Your Deepest Desires. If you'd like a more intense course with a little bit more information, you can go to my website. There's a video course, which is a lot more hours, probably close to 50 hours. And that is on my website at JanetteFreeman.com. And you can go to JanetteFreeman.com/products or on the products link at the top of the page. And there's information on that course. So thank you so much for joining us here on Soul Soup, our Sunday morning video live webinar and our podcast. You can find the podcast on any of your podcast providers under Soul Soup. It is provided and made possible by donations to our nonprofit, Oneness Center OC, at Oneness Online. And so we really appreciate your donations that make this possible. And there is a link in the chat box or the show information. So we give thanks right now for donations that make it possible. If this is serving you in any way, thank you for your donations. Also love your feedback. Thumbs up on YouTube, your support. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Dr. Janette Freeman on Soul Soup, and so grateful that you're here. Have a very amazing week, being the love that you are, showing up, fully anchored in your I am nature. I am love and connection. I am that right here, right now. I am that I am. So grateful. Have a blessed day, and I will see you next week. Cheers.